Welcome to Beyond the Gates. I'm John Peters, and I'm at Crossline Church Pantry with the director of that pantry, Louis Jonas. Louis, welcome to the program.
Welcome, John. It's a pleasure to have you here.
We're excited to be here. Can you tell us a little bit about Crossline Pantry? When did it start? What's it do?
I would say about 12 years ago. However, I joined in 2019, October of 2019, as the director. So it will make it 5 years with the Pine Tree.
And you offer food to people who need it, and they don't have to belong to the church or be associated with the church in any way?
John, that is correct. I remember when I first started, I literally started as a volunteer, helping out as much as I could. And at that time, the director moved approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes away and decided that that was just too much for her and gave me an opportunity to lead.
Wow, that's great. So your pantry operation here, what days of the week do you have it? What are the hours?
Every Wednesday, the crew starts at about 6 a.m. in the morning. We start dispensing food at 7 a.m. in the morning. And one of the questions that you asked previously is that do you have to belong to the church in order to receive food? No, absolutely not. Anyone who is experiencing food insecurity can come on campus, register, come once a week, and we will dispense food to them on a weekly basis.
And I may mention to the readership that Crossline Church is right off Moulton Parkway, and you turn where it says Crossline Church, and you come up the hill and go back to the pantry, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
How many pounds of food do you normally distribute or have distributed?
Well, that is pretty interesting because when I first started in 2019, that particular year we distributed 125,000 pounds. The subsequent years have always exceeded over 2 million pounds. This year, we are expecting to increase to about 2.5 million pounds.
Wow, that's a lot of food. That also transcends into a lot of food insecurity.
Absolutely.
In the area. Now you have a special program coming up next month, right?
Yes, every December we do a community Christmas outreach for most of the participants that are here, but we invite the community. Those that are facing hardship, those that have children particularly, is our focus. We want those children to be the benefactors of receiving gifts during the holidays, during the Christmas. So this will be our third year.
Well, and when is that taking place?
That would be on December the 7th, starting at 9 a.m. in the morning, ending at 12 noon.
Wow, and it's open to anybody? They just can come?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's great.
It's an open door.
That's great. Anything else that you're doing in December?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we have started, this will probably be our 7th year, if I'm correct. We have Journey to Bethlehem. We recreate the nativity scene live. We will have animals like camels, like horses, like sheep and goats, and anything that you can imagine. Roman soldiers on horses. Last year alone, we did close to 10,000 people. We're expecting much more this year.
And what are the dates of Journey to Bethlehem?
That would be on December the 13th, 14th, and 15th, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And 3 hours, those 3 days, to come see the live animals, the people, and the nativity scene recreated with real people.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, that's amazing. Again, they don't have to belong to a church or do anything, they just show up.
No, they don't.
All right, that's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is a big operation. It's much bigger than what I thought it would be when I first showed up here. You're giving away a lot of food. You must have a lot of partnerships with a lot of different organizations in the community. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Where do you get your food, or where do you get gifts, or how do you keep this thing going? This is a big operation.
Well, it's pretty interesting because we partner with two of the largest food bank in Southern California. One is Second Harvest Food Bank, and the other one is OC Food Bank. We also, through them, partner with all of the major grocers that you can think of. We do about 73 pickups a week.
Wow. Now you have, obviously, we're standing here among refrigerated units, and I see out back you have big trailers that are refrigerated. So you store the food, it's fresh?
Yes. Yes, we have to. As a matter of fact, particularly if it's perishable, when you're talking about dairy, you're talking about protein, we have to follow safety guidelines. All of these that you see around me are freezers. On the next to this building, there are refrigerators. Below you have a combination of freezers and refrigerators containers, 42-foot high Q containers that we also store refrigerated items.
So if somebody came by here, what type of foodstuffs would they receive?
Every aspect of nutritional food that you can think of, from protein to vegetables to fruits to dairy to drink water, beverages, everything that you could imagine that a normal person will buy at the grocery store, we are dispensing on a Wednesday and a Friday.
Wow, that's amazing.
Same time.
Do you ever run out of food?
Of course. Of course. There are more people facing food insecurity than the amount of food that we can hold at this location to dispense.
So I guess the message is get here early and
yes,
get in line and
yes,
and get going.
And John, you will not believe that there are individuals that are in a parking lot at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Well, very good, Louis. Thank you so much for allowing us to come here and tell people what's beyond the gates. This is a great operation. We're fortunate to be here on a day where people are picking up food, and happy holidays to you and your staff.
John, thank you so much for coming.
You're quite welcome. Well, let's now go over and see what Sherry is doing.
Thank you, John. I hope you're having a good time there. I'm going to have a great time here at PetSmart with Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, how are you today?
This is amazing. I love it here.
We're all ready for the holiday.
Yes, I can tell. Gosh, you know. How many locations do you have at PetSmart?
PetSmart has about 1,600 stores nationwide in Canada and Puerto Rico.
Oh, wow. And this, you know what's so nice here? You've got everything here. Tell us about the facility and what you have here for the different animals.
Well, not only can you get all of your pet's needs here, food, toys, but we also provide a lot of services. So we've got our salon department. You can bring your dog in for a haircut or a bath. We've got our veterinarian services, so they do well visits and vaccinations. We have our hotel facility, which we're in right now, so you can bring your dog just for day camp, where they can play with other dogs for the day, or if you need to board them because you're going on vacation.
So they can stay longer for a couple days here.
Absolutely.
And do they become friends with each other?
They do. They actually, every day when they come in for camp, they see their friends that they're used to, and they go, oh, hey, we're here to play. So it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I love it. You know, and you just come here, it just makes you so happy just to see all these beautiful little animals. And speaking of which, you have dogs, you have cats. Tell us more you have here.
Well, if you're looking for a small companion pet, we've got all sorts. We've got hamsters, guinea pigs, chinchillas, your reptiles, so snakes, lizards. We have birds, parakeets, and cockatiels, and we have lots of fish to choose
A
from.
lot of fish to choose from. And you know, even like you're into displays of the fish, the aquariums, they're beautiful here. You know, just, and that's another thing you have here, which is so nice. You have beds for the doggies, you have anything they need, right? It's pretty much here.
All under one roof.
I love it. That's awesome. Now tell us about the events you have or what's coming up here.
Well, coming up, we have our Photos with Santa event.
Okay.
So December 14th and 15th. We will be here from 2 to 6. Santa will be here, so make sure that you're bringing your cats, your dogs, your bunnies to meet Santa. He's ready for all your pets. And make sure you dress them in their holiday best.
Cute.
So we've got Chestnut here. He's all ready for Santa.
Oh, look at little Chestnut.
In his Christmas sweater.
I love him.
And he's ready to tell Santa he's been a good boy.
Hi, Boo. Hi. Oh, how
But again, that's December
adorable.
14th and 15th from 2 to 6.
Yeah.
You can make a reservation online.
Okay.
And those are free digital photos with Santa and your pet.
Oh, so you can make a reservation to come in and do it, and you dress up your little pets.
Absolutely.
How cute! That's adorable. Now, well, you have other things too that you're involved with here, too, with different ways of helping charities and events and things, don't you?
PetSmart Charities.
Okay.
So what PetSmart Charity does is they help the animals in the community at the shelters. We help with vaccinations, feeding them, well visits, making sure that they're ready for adoption. Also, when there's a natural disaster, PetSmart Charities is there to help with families with pets who are displaced during those.
Really? I didn't even know that. Wow.
And then our big event for the holiday
Yes.
is our Chance and Lucky event.
Yay, yes.
So you can buy these adorable stuffed animals at the register. They're $5, and 10% of that goes to PetSmart Charities. But the big portion is that you can then donate the stuffed animal at our store. And this year, my store is teaming with the Jesse Reese Foundation, and all of those stuffed animals will be going to the foundation.
Oh, how nice. And they're for children with cancer, correct?
Jesse
Okay,
Reese
yeah.
Foundation, they make joy jars for
Oh, I didn't
children
know
who
that.
are battling cancer.
Okay.
Over 400,000 kids are diagnosed with cancer each year. And the Jesse Reese Foundation assembles these joy jars. They're filled with toys and games and puzzles. And it helps keeps the children's minds active and focused on fun while they're battling cancer.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this year with the joy jars, Chance and friends will be there.
So people can come buy they buy them, right? And then they donate?
Correct.
And how much are they?
They're only $5.
They're only $5.
So you can come into the store, donate as many as you like, and we take them down to the foundation throughout the season. You can come all the way up to Christmas Eve. We'll make sure that children have these in their arms, so that way they have a little snuggle and comfort while they're battling.
Can I see one?
Absolutely. This one is Fortune.
Oh, I love them. Look at
We
this.
also have Wish and Charm and Chance and Lucky.
Oh, they're so cute. And they squeak too sometimes. They squeak. I love it. Oh, I love it. That's adorable.
So we're
That's
really
so
looking
cute.
forward to taking these down to the children.
Oh, I love that. And do you do anything else during the year and any other events and things?
Well, about 3 to 4 times a year, we have our National Adoption Weekend, and that's when we invite as many shelters as possible into our store, so that way people can find their forever friends. So our store works with Amazing Dog Rescue. They bring in animals, the dogs from Mexico who are looking for a good home to go to.
Yeah.
So after they've been vaccinated and had a well baby visit, they bring them into our store. We also work with New Beginnings. New Beginnings is our cat adoption group.
Oh, okay.
They're here every day from 12 to 2. So 3 to 4 times a year, we have our National Adoption Weekend where it's even bigger. And then also events that we have going on in the store. Twice a month, we have our Doggy Day Camp parties. So when you bring in your dog for camp, twice a month, we have a party themed for the holidays. So for October, for instance, we had Oktoberfest, we had Halloween. For Thanksgiving we'll have, and our fall festival, of course, a Christmas picture, New Year's Eve party. So that's always something to look forward to in our store as well.
That is so wonderful. I love it. Wonderful interview, honey. God bless. I know you're going to have a wonderful season ahead.
Thank you.
Take care. And now we're going to see what Susan is doing.
I'm here today with Major Jenny with the Salvation Army, where we're going to be hearing about the Angel Tree Project. Jenny, it's a pleasure having you with us today. So
Thank you.
fill us in. This is some big project that's been going on for many years, I understand.
Many years, yes.
What is an angel tree?
So the Angel Tree program is a way in which we can receive toys to give to those who are in need. So we work with families throughout the year with various needs of food, clothing, shelter. So at Christmas, we receive toys from the community, and the Angel Tree is a way in which we can receive those toys. So the Angel Tree is a place where the community can get involved and purchase toys for children. They can, we have various trees throughout the town or throughout businesses, and people can look at those tags that represent a child and just purchase a toy for that child. It doesn't have to be a specific item for a specific child, but something that that child can then receive.
It sounds like you're giving the community a wonderful opportunity, but how does that actually work? I mean, are there trees all around, let's say Laguna Woods, for example? Where would they find a tree? They go to a place, they find an angel tree, pull the tag off, and from there they...
So we have a partnership with Walmart, and if you look around town and try to go to a Walmart or other retailer, you may find a tree, but if you don't find a tree, we have just drop-off locations. You can drop off any toy, because the toys aren't specific for a specific child. They're just a way for us to receive toys so that the parents come to us and shop for their own children. We do a toy shop program where the parents have the dignity and the enjoyment and pleasure of finding toys for their own children. So we take those toys, create a toy shop, and the parents come and they actually shop for toys that they know that their children would like.
That's wonderful to hear about that. You know, I had done a bit of reading about it beforehand, and it was more about the criteria of who can be part of this, which families, which children are eligible. So you do very thorough research. You have many families that really rely on your services.
Yes.
So the people in our community, they can go to Walmart. Is there one in Laguna Woods, do you know, or Laguna Niguel? Or I guess we can find out on your website.
Yes,
okay.
that's yeah.
All right, and they.
But you can keep your eye out wherever you go shopping.
Right, and then they go to Walmart, pick out something. What are there suggestions of things or?
So those tags, if you find a tag, do have suggested items on them.
Okay.
We do often have difficulty for the older children, pre-teenagers or teenagers that may prefer clothing or beauty items or electronic items, not big ones, but
so that would be on the tag on the tree.
Yes,
it would
so
say 14 years old wants nail polish colors or whatever it is.
Absolutely.
How wonderful. Now, and they go from ages what? From infants up to what age?
We guarantee for infants through 12 years old, because we do have a difficult time getting those toys for older kids. So if we receive those, we will go up to 16 or 18 if we have gifts for them.
All right, and that would be, I imagine, electronics or something like that.
Yeah.
Is there a price limit that is typical or that you find most frequent?
You know, we suggest maybe $20 to $30.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be huge.
All right, but if someone is feeling very generous and would like to make a larger contribution for electronics or whatever, you could do that.
Yes.
Right? Oh,
yes.
that's wonderful. Now, what if they can't get into a Walmart or don't know where one is?
That is a great question, because if you are using online shopping, we have wish lists on Amazon.com and on Walmart.com. Where you can just look up the Salvation Army's wish list and mail it directly to us.
All right. So just to be clear, you're not buying for a certain one person whose name you know and age and all that. You're buying to stock the Salvation Army charitable toy store.
Yes, absolutely.
With all of the items that we have donated.
That's correct.
How easy is that? Yeah.
Yes.
And I understand that this program, well, where we're sitting today is there's a luncheon that's going to be held, Women's Auxiliary of Salvation Army,
Yes.
and several hundred people who have been volunteers for this organization for
Yes.
many years.
Yes.
And it looks like a beautiful luncheon is ahead of them. Donation baskets that will be raffled off. It doesn't get better than
Yes.
that. Major Jenny, this has been wonderful hearing about this program. And I hope our viewers will get into the spirit of giving and be participants as well.
Thank you.
Thank you
you very
again.
much. I appreciate it.
And Bill, what are you up to today? I hope Santa's going to be good to you this year.
Today we are beyond the gates at the Laguna Niguel Post Office, and we're talking about Operation Santa with Christina and Chester. Now, I've heard rumors about Santa being here in the 1900s trying to arrange all this, but that's not true, right? How did Operation Santa get started?
Well, it all started in Chicago when letters to Santa started to really fill in the local post office, and volunteers started to really gravitate towards those, opening them up and seeing just the needs of the people writing, and they took it upon themselves to start writing back, and that kind of grew and grew into a more formal adoption process that has sustained over 112 years. Just making sure that we're connecting with the community and those letters really reach the right people, right elves.
And the address is Santa 1, White Road, North Pole 88888.
That would be 123 Elf
Oh.
Road in the North Pole. And that is Santa's direct mailbox. We take care of all of those letters and get it to that mailbox.
So do you guys actually get to meet Santa? Does he come here to Laguna Niguel and kind of coordinate things like in June?
Well, Santa goes everywhere one day a year,
Okay.
I'd say.
Not in June now?
We start getting letters in June, and we make sure 123 Elf Road, his specific address, gets filled. And we do our part to expedite that process as well and make it easier for Santa and bringing in elves to give a little lift for Santa.
So do you interview the elves?
It's all about Christmas spirit, right?
Okay.
Anyone who has the will and the ability to help is an elf.
Now, how can people participate? Is there a website, a web address?
Everything is a one-click, USPSOperationSanta.com. There you can register and set up an account for an individual or as a group. You can read through the letters, and you can even fulfill them and use our Santa shop through Toys R Us and purchase gifts through the website as well, and they will send it for you. So everything is available at that website at your fingertips. Just keep December 16th in mind. That's the last day to mail that.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, understand Chester is kind of the behind the counter guy. He knows all the technical stuff. A serious question. Does this really disrupt postal operations that much? All these different letters coming in from Santa and these kids?
No, not at all. I mean, come the holidays, we're used to the volume picking up with letters, packages, you name it, and it doesn't disrupt business at all.
Okay, so it's not a case of the postal service goes, oh no, it's Santa time, and we get all these extra. So
No, not
you
at
guys
all.
are cool to get that.
Oh, yes.
In all the years you've done this, can you pick out the strangest gift request? Can you find one?
Well, I'll say there's a common theme among children for not only bikes, but a little extra magic, right? So wanting special trips. And there's also on the other end some heartfelt things. We've been able to see families get a washer dryer and a new bed.
Really?
So there's been a whole gambit of different items that people have been able to gift and make that holiday a little extra special.
Is there a deadline of when there has to be in, the letter has to be in?
So anyone looking to write to Santa has until December 9th to send their letters in. And if you want to adopt a letter coming up soon, December 16th is your last day to adopt. So you want to get that package into your post office or Santa shop online by December 16th.
Who came up with this idea? I mean, it's fabulous. Was the post office just a post office employee says, It sounds pretty good. And they pitched it to the post office or the general or whoever it is.
Well, as Chester can agree, you know, part of the holidays is giving back. And while this is something we do every year, seeing the families that we see every day, that's something a little extra special, and that's why we do it. It's for the spirit.
Chester, thank you very much for your time. I know we're here at the post office and you have to run the place, so we appreciate your time here, and good luck with Santa, and tell Santa I said hello, okay?
Absolutely.
You got it. No problem.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
From the Laguna Niguel Post Office, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Ho, ho, ho. Another year has gone by here at Beyond the Gates 2024, and we are all grateful to be able to do this television show. And this all started back in 2020?
2020.
With the mall there at Laguna Hills,
Open
correct?
market
The
at
open
Laguna
market.
Hills.
That I remember. That was you were there, weren't you?
Oh, I remember it so well. Open market, old Macy's building, second floor, an opportunity for artists to show all their wares, and it was fabulous. And to think we've done this 48 episodes.
Wow, 48 episodes.
I know.
Me myself, I'm thankful for health, well-being, and be able to play music at this age. Jonathan?
I think about sharing. The holidays are a time for making and sharing memories as family and friends gather to celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. Susan, what's in your mind?
Well, top of my mind is kindness. Being kindness to people, the smallest, a bit of a smile to a stranger, or helping someone out that needs a little bit of help. And or even donating something. I was so impressed with the angel tree that we explored, and I've already made my donation. How about you, Sherry?
For me, Christmas is all about joy, happiness, peace, and to be a kid again so I can eat a lot of candy and cookies and get a lot of gifts. Back to Bill.
Joy, candy, peace, sharing. I mean, what more can you ask for the holidays? We're all in this holiday spirit. I mean, this is great. Sharing, love, cookies, eating. I mean, that's so much of the holidays is right here in the village. And Sherry and I share music, and I think you have a very interesting piece of music, don't you, for Christmas?
I do. The song is called Peace and Love for Christmas. Absolutely a magnificent song, so stay tuned.
From all of us here at Beyond the Gates,
Happy Holidays!
Oh yeah, peace and love for Christmas. It's all we'll ever need. What more could we hope for? Now it's time to plant the seed. Peace and love for Christmas. Embrace it and you'll find an everlasting treasure. My prayer